Hello everyone, it is I, K Mike X here with another Dragalia the Summon Showcase preview. And today I'm going to give you I'm going to tell you whether or not you should summon for Gala Notte, for the new Dragalia. So first up, let's talk about the new unit. So first up, we have Gala Notte, who is a wind dragon unit. Not awakens to her true power as a fairy, enabling her to change size at will. No longer a tiny being in need of protection, she now fights on the front lines to protect the one she loves most. So first up, there's Fairies Punishment. Fairy Punishment, which is her knockball attack, essentially. She deals damage to the target nearby enemies, dispels one buff from each of them, and if the combo count is 20 or higher, partially fills the Metamorphosis gauge. When shapeshifted, deals damage to surrounding enemies and inflicts storm slash. So, first of all, this skill does, in its initial one, 1712, but it dispels buff and gives shapeshift energy gained is equal to 80. But when it shapeshifts, it changes to 532 times 5, which ends up being 2660 and gives storm slash. That hits hard. But here's the other. Now, Fairy Illusion. Deals damage to surrounding enemies, dispels one buff from each target, and if the combo count is 20 or higher, partially fills the Metamorphosis gauge. This attack will pursue the target for the duration of the skill. So, yeah, this is a homing attack style thing where it just goes after the targets. When shapeshifted, deals damage to surrounding enemies, then deals damage to enemies in the line. So this is her shared skill, which is a 6-1. But this one is really good, because initially, it does 2460 damage, and its skill energy is 5240, but its shared skill is 8279. That's a cheap. That is cheap for a shared skill. It's only beaten out. I think it's only beaten out by. Here, wait. I'm gonna say this the. This is shareable skills. Let's do this by SP. And let's do Dispel. So Lapis is the fastest at 5750, which does 24. It only does about 1279, which is good. But the thing is, let's see, divide this by 5750. Okay. So Dragalia Visitor is 8673, which hers is 8279. So it is cheaper. Sorry about that. But. Then Dragalia Victors, yeah, that would be the second most. But here's the thing. The amount of damage that hers does, if I was to do this 2460 divided by 8279, yeah, Notte is much, okay, as a utility-wise, Lapis is probably better because it dispels faster, but if you're going for damage as well, Notte is actually better. It's a dispel that does much more damage, and it's pretty cheap. And the shapeshift energy she gauges is 150. Now, when shapeshifted, this turns into, yeah, it does actually less damage, which is weird. Or no, it does a little bit more. It does only a tiny bit more damage, but it's a blast attack, kind of like a blasting attack instead of a actual thing. She has critical rate plus 10% and combo with shapeshift part. So she has the win variant. So hers is a win variant of Gala Notte. This is chain collab. Now her abilities. Metamorphosis 2. Grants Notte a unique shapeshift called Metamorphosis and replaces the Dragon gauge with a Metamorphosis gauge. Dragon drive essentially. Tap at the gauge after it has failed to a certain threshold will allow Notte to shapeshift, and when shapeshifting, Notte will use Metamorphosis to transform regardless of what dragon she is equipped with. But tapping the gauge the second time or after the gauge has been consumed, Notte will return to her original form. She's got freeze and bog, so that she reduces freeze and bog, so that she's immune to freeze and bog, and she's got flurry strength plus 20%. So overall, I feel like she is definitely summoned for her because we have to. Well, let's wait for her unique. Let's see what her attack range, because she's probably gonna have a unique combo chain in our metamorphosis version. But yeah, she is a great unit. Double dispel on her, having double dispels on her skills when she's not shapeshifted, and when she goes into her metamorphosis, she has 2 really strong attacks. She's kind of a great party member. Next up, we have Miriam. People become stronger when they fall in love. A woman who fought the Dirno Empire 300 years ago at Imperius' side. There she holds a quiet disposition. She exudes warmth and care, and an unrivaled love for Imperius. She's also the model for Brunhilde's human form. Yeah, this is Miriam. So, Miriam here's something different. She's grants the user a strength amp. Strength amp, which is team amp max level equals 2. We have no idea what this new thing is going to do. Well, we kind of do, but we know what it does, but it looks like it's a new buff. Hopefully, it's a unique enough buff where it won't be affected by the Restless of Dominion's this curse thing. But anyway, her shield skill is called Blast of Emotion. This deals damage to enemies directly ahead, draws them together. If the user has a team strength amp, restores HP to the user nearby allies. So, okay. Essentially, this works best if you have a strength amp, which the only way you can really get a strength amp is through Miriam. But if you have like a team where it has Miriam and you use this as a skill, it's actually a pretty good skill. It does 37.95. It hits hard, but it's also costly. It's 14,100, and the recovery potency is 60. Anyway, she's got skill damage because she's a 1 unit. And she has chain co-op is when strength amp because she's a 1 res. So yeah, when they have a team strength amp, which I'm wondering what this team thing is. Anyway, so she has strength amp equals reflexive evasion 2. Grants the user a 30% chance upon enemy attacks to activate reflexive evasion and dodge when the user has a team strength amp. Freeze rise and strength amp equals skill haste 2, where it increases the user's skill gauge fail rate by 10% when they have a team strength amp. I think I know that it says I'm guessing it just says team strength amp, but I'm thinking that just means like it's just the strength amp that she gives to herself. Oh yeah. Oh, it's amp strength amp, team amp max level 2. So increases user skill gauge fail rate by 10%. Yeah, I'm questioning about this reflexive evasion because I'm wondering if it's 30% chance, but now I'm wondering if this is different from, because it's not. This feels like a worse version of what's his name again? And let me go over to him. Ferris. It looks like a worse version of Ferris. But if this convey purples, that would be awesome. Mind you, it would be luck-based chance, but yeah. So, what's my opinion? Should you summon? Yeah. Okay, for Not, definitely. Not seems like is going to be a really good unit, especially Gala units are limited, and they're usually when they're introduced, they're almost always meta-defining. And actually, they have been meta-defining ever since 2.0. They've been kind of meta-defining ever since 2.0. I mean, true with Legend Cayenne. You probably not so much with Shell. Shell is still very Shell you do see, but like the reason why Shell is still very useful. No, Shell, even Gala Shell is very good, even though she doesn't do as much damage as some of the other units in channel. She's still very good because of like her utility. She's still like a meta character. Every single and unlike the previous, well, okay, not what's her name? Gala Cerise is not as meta defining as she used to be. And in Rise of Sinister Dominion, the two Galileo, none of the Gala units are as good as they used to be either. Are not that great for that one. Gala unit might be somewhat of the exception because he can actually do some pretty good damage. But as for the other characters, but yeah, when they're introduced, they're most likely going to be really powerful. And Gala Notte is definitely fits the exception. Is included in that. She's going to be a meta character. Now, as for Miriam, I have no idea. Miriam, it looks to be a great unit, but we have to see. It's revolving around the strength amp. We got to find out more about this, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you like this video, please click the like button, leave a comment down below. Actually, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video where I'll be showcasing all my summons for this banner in one video. So it will be a few days later. Talk to you guys later then. I might do another upload of some event contents like the Omega 3 version of Kitty Dashing. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. See you guys next time. Bye.